John, thank you so much for coming by, and thank you for supporting the studio. It's
My
been
pleasure,
wonderful.
my pleasure. What a fantastic week you've all had.
We're delighted. Now it's the last day of Cannes.
Yep.
We're finally beginning to relax a little bit. Can you tell us, now that you've been through this first one as the new global CEO,
Yep.
what's your perspective on Cannes?
Well, I wouldn't say that Cannes is the first place I'd want to come on any given day, but I have to tell you, I've had an amazing week. I do think Cannes has become an institution of bringing the world of branding, marketing, communications, technology, data. This is an amazing event now. It's been fantastic for me. I've gotten to meet so many people across the global Ogilvy network. Mm-hmm. But I would say I've had an unbelievably efficient week of getting to meet many of our most important clients, our most important partners, be it Google or Facebook or Twitter. And I've gotten a chance to talk to people about the state of our industry and where it's going, what matters to everyone. I do actually think that this is now an event where everyone thinks they need each other. And so while some have lamented whether the focus from creativity has gotten a bit diminished, I actually think it remains alive and well, and this is only going to become more important.
This is a place where everybody comes together, as you mentioned, and we've had people from all over the world here all week.
Yep.
So there's been some big global news that's been bothering a lot of people, namely the exit of Britain from Europe. What's your perspective on that from a CEO's vantage point?
Well, I think you have to think about it on sort of three levels. One is in the short term. Mm-hmm. I think it just adds to global uncertainty, and mm-hmm. that is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. We're still trying to all recover from a financial crisis that seemingly happened a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But the fact is, growth is low. There's a lot of uncertainty in some of the fastest growing markets like China, and Brazil now is facing a serious political economic situation. And so all the places that we thought were going to drive the world economy are now sputtering. And a move like this that feels like it's creating even more dislocation and disconnection from the world, I don't think in the short term is good at all, and clearly there's going to be some emotions in the markets for a while. Over the medium and long term, I'm a huge optimist, because I think that there are issues that have been growing in the world, in the US, in the UK, and many other places around this growing group of people who feel totally disconnected from the modern world we live in. They don't feel that they're keeping pace with all the technological change. They don't feel that they're positioned based on their education for the new economy. And they're scared. They're scared of terrorism. They're scared of what immigration means to jobs and cultural affinity. And so I think the short-term issues are significant, but over the medium and long term, I believe the world will come together, because we don't have a choice. If we don't bring everybody along the journey of what it means to grow in this modern, interconnected, digital world, then we're going to have some serious problems. And I'm an optimist in that I think we will all figure out how to come together in a much better way.
Well, I certainly hope so. So we are on a journey as Ogilvy as well. We've just changed global leadership.
Yep.
And you probably have a different direction for us, or at least a shifting direction for us,
Yeah.
based on your own point of view.
I mean, we had a worldwide board meeting in London last week, and
Right.
I had a chance to, in a way, look back on the last 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
and in particular around the leadership priorities that Miles brought to Ogilvy. And what I said to everyone is, it was amazing to me to be part of Miles's team and appreciate the fact that in one of the worst economic times, in 2009 when Miles took over, we chose the route of investment. Mm-hmm. We invested in people, we invested in new products, we invested in expanding our footprint across the world, we invested in new talent, we invested in all these things that have made us such a much stronger company. The company we have today as Ogilvy compared to 8 years ago, it's almost night and day. We have so many assets. However, I see a future that requires me and the rest of our team to figure out how we're going to bring Ogilvy together like never before. Clients are looking for solutions that are deeply integrated across all the new modern marketing capabilities. And they want their brands to get the benefit from agencies like ours of integrated thinking. Mm-hmm. And so I actually think that what we'll do going forward is we'll bring the company together like never before. And I'm a brand builder. I love the Ogilvy brand. I've been in the company for 37 years. I want Ogilvy to stand apart as a brand that gets it, and a brand that clients can trust for their most significant business, marketing, brand issues. And the only way they're going to trust us is to feel as if every single day, Ogilvy's not worried about Ogilvy, Ogilvy's worried about them and doing the right thing for them. And I think that's an enormous opportunity with all the assets we have.
Thank you very much for coming by the studio.
My pleasure.
You've got a few hours to yourself. Enjoy them.
I will take them, and I will see you next year.
Absolutely. Thanks, John.